Hello, Wednesday the 5th? Yeah, the 5th of June. I think it's going to be my 5th and final day of weighing in metal that was usable parts. Such a shame. Yeah, I know, it's a shame. It's a real shame. But every time I've done this, I've achieved a chunk of cash. A chunk of cash that then is gone within a few days. So I know that this isn't a permanent solution, but in fact, a temporary solution to a permanent problem. After Monday, when both came down, and he was a tremendous help, unbelievably, I've carried on, basically, carrying on to the bitter end. And so the trailer is partially full up yet again, but we see an 800 boot lid, a Rover 75 bonnet, two 25 bonnets, a BMW exhaust, some bits, a gearbox, some more bits. Finally, Nigel's old tailgate. But I've saved a couple of bits as well, like this R8 grill for a chap called Harry, and this bonnet padding, plus all the bits, and some new owls for a chap called Nigel. Still a bit more as well. I've got some turbos and alternators. Don't worry, they're not Rover alternators. Those I wouldn't be throwing away. And in the lockup of perpetual disaster, there are still a few more bits possibly to get. What's underneath this lot here? Well, I do have a selection of steering racks over there that may as well be bunged in as well. There's not much to do now actually. In fact, I've just got to go around the back and pick up a subframe. A Rover 75 subframe that I've left in the bushes and is just a bit on the rotten side. Now it's just time to take it further up the other end, and I found a load of old radiators round the side of my lockup, and some wings. Bung those in as well. It does feel ever so slightly bogged down. Oh, but there we go, turbo's kicking in. Turbo's kicking in and lunging it forward, so maybe it's not as heavy as I thought. I'm driving it very gently, as you should, but even more so because there's quite a few bits on there that aren't that well, I mean, nothing's actually strapped down. I'm using gravity as a means of security. Of course, if I had an accident and the thing fell over, there would be bits of scrapped Rover all over the place. It's lovely just how close this place is. Very, very convenient. Almost finished now then. Nothing really else. I can just go and weigh in. Trailer parked safely and empty again. Another 450 kilos worth of metal. And that has paid for today. And there's the problem, because I've spent all day doing this thing just so I can live for this day. I've got to start again somewhere else tomorrow. That means that lovely Mrs. Doyle here is going to go up for sale tomorrow. No, it's not really the end, is it? You see, all I've done is get rid of anything with any value. I'm left with a lockup full of bits. A lockup full of bits that I can't really get rid of, but I can only sell. So they have to be sold. They have to do, because that's the only way to get rid of them. and because they should be earning their keep. As you consider this, actually, that the amount of I've taken quite a few pennies in scrap metal, but compared to the amount of rent I've paid to keep that stuff, it is nothing at all. My lower lockup is cheap for rent, but it's not nothing. It's not nothing at all. So maybe what I've done is simply claw back 2% of what I've paid on rent. That shows I've made some pretty poor decisions around trying to keep parts for these cars. So, should that make me feel like Rover as a brand has let me down? Well, not really. It's been my choice. It's just a car, isn't it? It's just a manufacturer, a defunct manufacturer that I happen to have a strange kind of thing for. And after all, my association has brought me quite a few good deeds. Quite a few. I've always had a car. I've always just about managed to get by. I've got this car, which cost me very, very little and has worked its way to pay itself back, meaning that I've been able to pay a few more bills than what I would have done otherwise. I've got Nigel, which owes me less than nothing. I've got Mrs. Doyle, which owes me less than nothing. I've got my MGF called Allison, which owes me nothing. And then I have the MG ZS 180, and that owes me nothing. Things aren't fantastic financially, but I've got by, and I will find a way of getting by. I'll find a way of keeping going. I'm not going to give up. As well as all my connections through YouTube, I've got a huge bunch of really great friends, all connected with these cars. I still have all my old friends, but now I have an awful lot of new friends over the past couple of years, and they're all good people as well. It's astonishing, really. So, have I got anything to be grumpy about with Rover? No, I haven't. No. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode, and thanks for liking. And if you want to be a channel member, it's only 99 pence. See you in the next one.